Hello, Reveteers. Welcome to phase 2 of your final project. So in phase 1, you guys created existing plans, hopefully based off of your hand drafting plan or your AutoCAD final. Some of you were starting from scratch, but that's okay. So now that we've got some existing plans set, this next part is two portions. First, we're going to do some remodel concept sketches. And then we're actually going to take those sketches and begin some demolition plans. For your remodel concept sketches, what you're going to do is you're going to start by sketching over some existing plans. So you can actually sketch right onto your PDFs from CAD or Revit, or you can also make a copy or print them and just send me a photo of your ideas. So please keep in mind that what we're doing right now is remodeling this project. And as part of that remodel, you have to remove at least one wall from your space so that we can do some demolition before we go into new construction. You can also keep the remodel as simple or as complex as you'd like. That part is totally up to you. So before I go into the demo plans, what I want to do is show you what those remodel concept sketches have looked like in the past. So here's an example of a student who just took a screenshot of their work. And this looks like it was probably just like a Microsoft Paint, maybe even Photoshop. And they just let me know that demo was in red and then the new walls were coming in green. Here's their commercial floor. And that's what I'm looking for this phase. This student was a little bit fancier. They actually went through and space planned a little bit. This is a little bit more than what I'm looking for, but if it helps you plan, please go ahead and get as complex as you'd like. You can see the demo walls are yellow. They've got some new plumbing coming in, new walls and outlines, and then they were just really specific with all the different things that were coming in. So this is a great way to space plan and get ready to start working in your actual plan set. And then I also had some other students that just printed it out and sketched it. And this works as well. Anything to get your ideas for this next part. So for this assignment, the first part is to send me those sketches. And I prefer PDFs because they're easier to mark up, but you can also turn in JPEGs. Now, the next part of this assignment will be to continue working on your Revit model and creating your demolition plans. Now, before you get started in your demolition plans, I want you to make sure of a couple things. So first, make sure you've correctly phased your project. So make sure that you've created the existing phase, the demo, and the new. You should have done that in phase 1. And from what I can see in the PDFs that I've graded, most people have done that, but if you didn't turn something in, I don't have anything to grade and check. And then make sure your existing plans are labeled correctly on your view so that they don't just say first floor or second floor, but it says first floor existing, second floor existing. And then in addition to that, when you are on those existing plans, make sure that the correct phase is selected. Sometimes in your properties it gets a little bit tricky because even though you've created an existing phase, it doesn't mean you're actually working in it. So I'm going to skip ahead a line. I have a lecture in here that's a good quick overview of phasing and creating new views, including demolition. Because for this next step, I want you guys to go ahead and add a demolition plan by duplicating the existing plan of your project. Now you should know how to do that based on our last lecture, but again, this is a quick and easy way to get into it. Spoiler alert, you're going to have a sledgehammer to work with during the demolition phase. It's pretty fun. And then when you're all done with your demolition plans, go ahead and turn in an updated PDF set that includes all existing and demo plans. So let me show you what those will look like for now. So in this first phase, it'll look something like this. So here is some existing plans. And then in the demo plan, you can see that this student took out mostly furniture to kind of rearrange everything. On this level, no walls were taking out. So you don't see any dashed lines. I should say that the dashed lines in the demo phase refers to something that's being removed. Now, when you get ready to work on the final project, this is when it gets more interesting. So I'm jumping ahead a little bit here, but let me show you the bigger picture for just a moment. So here's the existing plan, okay? And then they came through in the demolition plan and they got rid of this wall right here, as well as this wall that connects to the stairs. Now this is where this is what we're looking for in this phase of the project. Now when you're done with your final, what we'll want to see is what the new construction looks like. And when you have your phasing set up correctly, you can graphically see that all of the existing walls are light, but then the new walls are darker. So you can see where she expanded the new bathroom and then popped out some storage at the top of the stairs. So let me go back and forth again. When it's just the existing plan, everything looks like a normal plan set. When you switch to demo, everything lightens up. And then anything that's been demoed, you'll see in a dashed line. When you move to the new construction plan, again, everything that's existing will kind of fade away. And then all your new walls that you create in that phase will look darker to indicate that that is the current phase. So that's what I'll be looking for at the end of this phase. So just make sure that everything is labeled correctly in your PDF, existing and demo, and if you want, you can even throw in a blank sheet for your new construction plans that'll be coming. But that's part of your final, which we'll talk about in our next lecture. If you have any questions or need anything else, please let me know. Thanks, everyone.